13 weeks, 138 matches, an exciting new format. The Vivo Pro Kabaddi Media Forum, the Media Workshop, 2 days of really insightful stuff has finally come to a close. I'm Suhail Chandhok, once again just bringing you a summary today of what went on. We've talked to team owners, we've talked to captains of teams. I had a really nice chat with Anup Kumar, Rahul Chaudhary, Sukesh Hegde, three captains of this year's sides. We spoke to the team CEOs as well to understand where they were at and what the grassroots level programs were like, but also their expectations coming into this league. But finally, we also had the big announcement, the one that we were all waiting for, the new format which has just been announced, which is a revolutionary one for many ways in the sport of Kabaddi. We've had 12 teams come in this year. It's the largest league in India with 12 teams, and therefore it's only right that we give you a big look into what the league promises. Now, for the first time, the league is going to be split into two zones. We've got Zone A and Zone B. Zone A is essentially a northwest zone. So we've got Dabang Delhi, Jaipur Pink Panthers, Puneri Paltan, U Mumbai, Haryana Steelers and the Gujarat Fortune Giants in Zone A. And then in Zone B, we've got the Telugu Titans, the Bengaluru Bulls, the Patna Pirates, the Bengal Warriors, the UP Yodhas and the Tamil Talaivas. So we're splitting into two zones, Zone A and Zone B. And we've got, as I said, remember, 13 weeks of action. So I'm just going to get all your thoughts going through. Yes, a lot of you saying we're all waiting. Now, let's explain things to you a little bit more. So we have a lot of action coming up in each zone. And within each zone, each team will play each other thrice. So they'll play each team 3 times, and that makes a total of 15 matches per team. And then we have 1 week of inter-zonal action. That's going to be really interesting because one team then picks out of lots, one additional match where we have an inter-zonal week where one team from Zone A will play a team from Zone B, and that makes it interesting. And there will be a wild card match as well in that inter-zonal affair. So it's going to be quite interesting to see the way this all ends up. Secondly, the big change that's coming in is the Super Playoff. Now, we've seen the way in the past that it's a straight shoot. You've got a semi-final, you've got a final. Things have changed a little bit, and let me just explain that to you. Now, the top 3 from each zone, so there's 6 teams per zone, the top 3 from each zone go through to the qualifiers, and they go through to the Super Playoffs. In qualifier 1, you have the second place from Zone A taking on the second place from Zone B. From qualifier 2, we've got the third place from Zone A taking on the second place qualifier from Zone B. But the big one, Zone A and Zone B top table toppers will play each other there, and the winner of that goes straight through to the final. So that's going to be a big one where the loser of that initial battle between the two toppers of Zone A and Zone B will have a second shot at making the final. Similar in some ways to the IPL format you're all familiar with, but the big announcement, of course, as we said, is 2 different zones, 6 teams per zone. Yes, I know, list of 12 teams. Lepanga, everyone says, yes, Lepanga is coming back pretty soon. The 28th of July, we are not far away at all, and it starts in Hyderabad. We have the Telugu Titans taking on the Tamil Talaivas on game number 1 on the 28th of July. That is a Friday. Mark your calendars. And we also have U Mumbai taking on the Puneri Paltan that day. It is going to be a Maharashtra derby to kick things off on the first day of this Vivo Pro Kabaddi League Season 5. Now, that's what everyone's battling for. We've seen that one before, the big trophy. It's been a day, though, that I have to just summarize for you because we've heard from the likes of the Kenyan Kabaddi coach, we've heard from the NBA, men from the NBA, we've heard from the UEFA Champions League side of things, and just the game going global. Viren Roskina was here from OGQ talking about the Olympic gold quest and how Kabaddi fits into the scheme of things there. So it's been a really interesting day for the media to come in and get a peek into what we can bring further from the game of Kabaddi, but also for all of us involved with the game of Kabaddi to understand what the media needs more of, what more can they do to promote the sport, and also what can we give them to make it all easier. The players have been here. We spoke to Anup Kumar, Rahul Chaudhary, Sukesh Hegde. We spoke to the youngsters, Selvamani, Deepak Hooda, Rishank Devadiga, very popular men as well. We also spoke to the rising youngsters, the ones in the 18 to 22 category, the new young players who are very excited about their first Pro Kabaddi League. You know, the grassroots level campaign is something that is really big for each team. We've seen the involvement of each side going deeper and deeper into the grassroots program. 18 to 22, we're seeing a lot of them come through. 52 players in the league are going to be from that new young player program. That's all I'm going to say for now, because for now we have to just look forward to 13 weeks of action, 138 matches. It all kicks off on the 28th of July. The Vivo Pro Kabaddi Season 5 is not far away, and me and the entire team are going to make sure we give you plenty of action to come through. Suhail Chandhok here with the rest of this entire Pro Kabaddi contingent saying thank you for tuning in, and we look forward to plenty more. 28th of July, we'll be there covering everything for you. First game is a big one to look out for.